All you guys watching live, feel free to comment, and I thank you for joining us. Those of you guys listening or watching at a later date, also, thank you very much. I'd like to welcome my guest this afternoon, evening, depending on Grace. Do we have that conversion chart? Okay. Thank you all for joining us. My guest today is an old friend of mine and a punk rock chef, Brandon Kunec. Welcome to the show, Brandon.
Thank you for having me. It's a honor to be here.
Well, no, don't go that far, man. The show isn't that good yet. This is only episode 3, but
foreshadowing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Now, Brandon and I actually went to school together, and we were both in bands hailing from the great universally known rock and roll city, South Lyon, Michigan. Right? Am I right?
The hub of Livingston County. I mean, if you're looking for any kind of live music, it's in South Lyon, Michigan.
It is South Lyon. A lot of people don't know that. They think, they think Michigan, they think Motown, Detroit sound, that kind of thing. But little known fact, a lot of folks, a lot of rockers come from South Lyon. There's me, there's you, Tyke.
I was going to say Tyke Anderson.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jesse Hill.
Yeah. Nate Reed. Yeah.
Yep. I know Derek Wagenschwantz, Ray Reyes. I know we're forgetting.
Oh, Ray Reyes for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Kevin,
you know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And you guys rocked a lot harder than we did. You guys were on that other side of it. We were more whiny, Toad the Wet Sprocket counting crows, and you guys had a little bit more edge to you guys. But that's just it's semantics.
There's a spectrum, and you're gonna kick you in the face and kiss you in the mouth.
Absolutely.
There's somewhere in between that we all get to hang out and do our thing.
We were kissers. You guys are a little more kickers, but hey, it happens. It's South Lyon, Michigan, man.
Hey, turned into a kisser. Then back to a kicker, and then
hey, we're older now. I mean, what what are you gonna do?
God,
Jesus Christ! In fact, I have some old photos of us back in the band days. Grace, you want to pull those up? The band photos, me and Brandon back in the day. You don't. You still don't have the cable. No, you just have to. You just order the cable. Okay, I know you need $25 on Amazon to get free shipping, but you could just. I'll spring for the. No, just put it on the card. I don't care about the. I appreciate you trying to save me money. Thank you, Grace.
Eric.
Sorry, we don't have that.
This might be a little bit of my doing. I sent Grace a package a couple days ago of some brownies. And I forgot to put on there.
Okay, so that's part
do
of it.
Do not consume more than 2 bites.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave some instructions for Grace. You really
here's
are.
The thing is, I got a video text from her. She was wearing your fedora, your pink glasses, your white patent leather shoes, nothing else. She was skipping around what I want to say was a petting zoo and screaming out the lyrics to Crazy Train by Ozzy.
She's a randy chick, man. I'll tell you.
Love her.
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
her. I wish you could clone her 10 more times.
Me too. She's a gem. And I swear, every once in a while we have a hiccup here, but no, Grace is seriously one of my favorite people. This show wouldn't happen without her, regardless of the cable and the $25 minimum Amazon free shipping thing that we're still worried about. Seriously, Grace, just order them anyway. So me and you, we know each other for a long time, but we both are in the restaurant business.
Yes, sir.
And we have been on and off for many, many, many years. You and I worked for a short time together, not a super long time, but a short time in a
not long enough.
A pretty cool joint. And I enjoyed working with you because you were one of my favorite restaurant chefs, because you always had the attitude of, we worked in a place where a lot of people would want to customize things. Like they'd see something on the menu and go like, but can I do this instead of that and change that for this? And could they, and I would always, I would also walk back and I'd go up to you and I go like, Brandon, can you, and before I could finish the sentence, you would say, I can do anything. Just tell me what you want to do. And I really like that because I've worked with a lot of chefs where we're like, the menu's the menu. I'll take something away, but I'm not going to add something, like that kind of thing. And it seemed like you really enjoyed, you enjoy working in the kitchen, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, it was one of those things to where that was my first fine dining go around.
Yeah, mine too. I'm a normally working at Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze type.
Yeah. I'm a beer and a shot guy, burger and a beer guy for the most part. But I mean, even that can take on a delicious role. It can go miles and miles in any direction.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a weird feeling. Throwing down a $45 steak in the middle of a rush, and he wants the left side medium rare and the right side more medium, so his wife can have a couple of bites.
Sure, yeah. That was one of the first times I've experienced stuff like that. Usually, it's do you want your burger raw or overcooked? I mean, those are your two choices.
Yeah. Our favorite was that hand cut, delicious wild caught salmon that the group of ladies would all get the same dish and they would want it well done.
Ooh, God,
well done. $30 piece of salmon.
Oh, that hurts my soul.
You might as well chew on a flip flop.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. That's a diving fin at that point, man. I mean, like,
it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart every time I saw salmon WD ticket come because I knew I was ruining a delicious. This thing swam up a stream. It avoided bears. You know what I'm saying?
It's swimming upstream to get laid again. I mean,
that's all it wants to do.
That's all it wants to do. Wants to fuck. I mean, and we catch it midstream, and all this thing that this fish went through, and you were going to cook it into the consistency of, like you said, a flip flop. It just,
dude, it would curl up at the ends, and it would. I think I heard it cry at one point, or it was definitely a cry, like serve me, or but fine dining, man, that's a whole other monster.
It is a whole nother monster. And it's funny that you said when you see the ticket that says salmon WD, you mentioned to me a few times over our short time working together that Eric never just says WD. Eric, his mod says, hey, Brandon, if you don't mind, the girl with the blonde hair at the table was wondering if you could cook that salmon well done and maybe not use the capers, please, brother. Talk to me later. Like I'd have these huge fucking paragraphs.
And then I would come to that little window in the door and throw you a middle finger. And just a second, I could probably get there. And come and get your shit. I'll make it right for you.
Yeah, exactly. And again, when we had slow times there, you'd come out of that window with like, hey, man, I just came up with some new seasoning for onion rings or something. And you just try shit out. And I really appreciated that. Because like I said, sometimes you don't have cooks in the kitchen that just like to fuck around. Like, do you come from a line of cooks? I mean, did you cook growing up, or is it something you picked up later on in life?
And I can remember, and I don't even know what age it was, but it was in the probably 4 to 6 year old, maybe 7-year-old range.
Okay.
My mom let me put the stool up against the stove and dump the powder macaroni in.
Oh, awesome.
Stirring that. And I thought I was a cook.
Oh, absolutely.
I would display it and be like, eat this macaroni, you mother. And it was.
And I helped, Exactly.
I thought at that point, and then there was some other, I knew I liked food. I was a chubby kid.
Okay.
And I liked the taste of things, and I would figure out, well, if I add a little bit to this, and at that point it was mustard to my mashed potatoes, throw some on top of it, hit it with salt and pepper, and it was my parents thought I was disgusting, but I was like, no, man, this is legit. You got to try this. And I
Sure,
never
man.
stopped doing that. I never stopped. Till this day, I'm always going, what can I turn this into? If this is delicious, or if this is okay or good, what can I
Yeah.
do to pinch the
Yeah, I mean,
butt?
I like the fact that you take chances. Like on the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry page, every once in a while you show up with something and everyone's like, what? And I like I mean, taking chances, I think, is like one of the most important parts of cooking. It's taste it, trial and error. I like
Right,
this and
right.
this. If I can I make that two things happen at once, or what would I do? And you know what? And if it fucking sucks, then it fucking sucks, but at least you know, and you
You
might
know,
find something out
yeah,
on the way.
yeah, you know that in that high-end kitchen that we were at together,
Mhm.
that was a little tough. She did give me um the option at lunchtime to come up with any sandwich I wanted, any burger I wanted, any
Okay.
pasta I wanted, just play around. I would obviously
Mhm.
have to let them taste it first. And,
Sure.
a few of them got on their menu and they're there to this day. And that was me just messing around.
Yeah,
Um,
I love shit like that. Now, I want to go a little bit specific on your creativity. Uh, a couple things. I want to start off with this one because I think this was on the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry page. The thing you got the most questions on is you make a specific, and I'm sure it's simple as fuck, dude, a specific
Count
sauce
on
for
it.
your sliders and burgers. You
Yep.
do a slider burger sauce, and if you don't mind tipping it to the audience here, let us know what you do.
Absolutely, man. And I know you do one.
I do one. We talked about it a few
We went
times.
on, had that conversation.
Mhm.
And if you think, oh man, I don't want to bash these people, but if you think a slider should be served with a mustard and a or ketchup packet, that's
No. Yeah,
leave.
that's a no. Yeah.
There should be a designated slider sauces, and all the good ones have it. The Bates have it. The
Oh,
Brays
absolutely.
have it.
Yeah.
The Top Hat used
Greens.
to have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Greens is another one. Yeah. All those
Greens is
places.
another
Yeah.
one. Yeah. I mean, I can't even think of the Telway Burger, the
Oh,
Giant System. Those are
oh,
all
wow.
on the
Yeah.
east side of this, east side. But
Sure. But still.
it's such a simple concept, and
Mhm.
it's nothing more than you like mustard, ketchup, mayo on a burger, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
That there you go. That's your three starters.
Mhm.
I hit mine with a good amount of salt and pepper. I'm sorry, a good amount of pepper. You're going to get
Mhm.
a lot of salt or a lot of sodium salt taste from your mustards
Sure.
and the additives. I've done it with pickle juice.
Pickle
I've done it.
juice.
Yep. I've done it with couple of different vinegars: rice wine
Mhm.
vinegar,
Sure.
red wine vinegar. If you like it with a little bit of bite on the back end of it, a little scoop of horseradish in the middle. And
Ooh.
what I do is I get the squirt bottles. Remember the squirt bottles
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the
Absolutely.
kitchen?
Yeah, like
But
think of Happy Days on the table. The ketchup and mustard is
exactly,
in the squirt
exactly.
bottle, man. Yeah.
Those are the ultimate mixing tool, layer by layer. You put a layer of your
Mhm.
mayo in a layer, give it a shake, and then that turns. If you want to throw couple of shots of Worcestershire in there, that's going to
Huh?
give it a little back end taste.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
um, again, and it's so versatile. You can throw, like I said, a Worcestershire or wasabi in there, and
Ooh.
now maybe take away the ketchup, just use the mustard, mayo, wasabi, ginger, garlic, and now you've got a, a nice little something you can put on tacos, you can put on
Yeah,
nachos, and
it becomes not just a slider sauce; it becomes a
sure,
sauce. Yeah, it becomes a
absolutely,
sauce.
and you
Yeah,
never know what you're gonna like it on. You never
sure,
know.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. I made tacos out of chili the other day just because I had extra chili. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with it?
Yep.
Like, yeah, that. Keep tasting, keep recycling thing, and the fact, like you said, with the squirt bottles, you can add a little bit,
Exactly.
taste it,
You can
little bit, taste it.
you can change it with a shot of, like I say, Worcestershire. Um,
Mhm.
if you get it thick, there's so many different choices you can make as far
Yeah,
as
you can throw some
open your,
beer in there
open
if you
your
want. I mean,
refrigerator.
like, yeah, yeah.
Open your refrigerator and look at your door. You
Mhm.
got 7 different kind of dressings. Well, guess what? That is a base for a marinade. That's a
Mhm.
base for a glaze. That's a base for whatever you want. Don't
Yeah.
don't feel like a weirdo adding Thousand Island to blue cheese just to turn it into, you know, a coating of some
Right.
sort to bake on. You can't go wrong. You know what you like to taste. You know what
Sure.
tastes. There's, you know,
Yeah, possibilities are endless. It really is, you know. And again, taste as you go. I've talked to lots of cooks and chefs, excuse me, and they say, you know, the most important thing cooking is your mouth, man. Taste it. You want more of something or less of something? You want to take something out? You want to put something in? You know, just keep going, man. Find it when you like it. Another one that I loved is you do some great pizzas. Now, I think I'm a good pizza guy, but you are a creative pizza guy.
You're a good pizza guy.
Well, thank you. You did not only your slider pizza, which was one of the most gorgeous looking things I've ever seen.
Oh man,
with the pickles over the top, which was fantastic. And then you guys did a tortellini pizza not too long ago. Tell me about the tortellini pizza, because I've done a mac and cheese pizza, and keeping pasta where you want to keep it on top of a pizza can be a little tough.
It's comes from I saw, I don't know what it was, one of those shows. It was a drive-ins, diners, and dives or something.
Sure.
And they did a spaghetti pizza. And I'm looking at them take bites of this, and there's noodles hanging all over to hit them in the fucking face. And I'm like that. I get that concept, but let me get a one biter. So I was like, all right, I got the 4 cheese tortellini. I'm going to use the base of, you know, a nice white sauce.
Yeah.
A little heavier garlic. I'm going to lay some cheese down on that just so it doesn't do the spreading to the center or back.
Sure.
And then, yeah, I 3/4 boiled the 4 cheese tortellini, laid it on the pizza, chopped up bacon. I think that one I might have had prosciutto on it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with a pizza. Yeah, with let me just interject. Now with a pizza with stuff that's kind of like already cooked on it and you don't want it to dry out, would you like slightly par bake that crust? That dough, you know what I'm saying?
No, and here's why.
Okay.
I beat the shit out of the pizza dough to where it's almost one-sided. It's that thin. I need it just thick enough to rise a tad, and I want that bottom to be crunchy, so it supports whatever's on top of it.
So you're doing almost like a New York style pizza where it's that thin and that bottom gets almost charred.
Yeah,
and that's like a 6-minute bake.
Well, probably a little longer than that, but it's
same concept.
I make the crust nice and thick, so I want that to rise a little more. So when I bake it at home, I'm only at about a 450 on the top rack. I want all the cheese to start doing its thing and melting, and then when I see just the littlest tinge of brown on the crust, I'll take it off of that, drop it on the bottom shelf, and let it fully do its cooking, and then harden up the bottom layer. But yeah, man, if you think about it, pizzas are undeniably the greatest vessel of I'll do whatever the fuck I want on this
absolutely.
pizza.
Dude,
you know what
exactly.
I
mean? Yeah, absolutely. You did I've done the mac and cheese. You did the tortellini. I've done a chili dog pizza. You did a slider pizza. It's like whatever you think you like, you can put it on this dough, put it in the oven, and you're probably gonna like it, man.
Yeah,
you're probably gonna like it.
I went all Polish and did like
kielbasa and sauerkraut pizza.
Yeah, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, sliced smoked kielbasa.
Yeah, kielbasa on there, man.
That one was a couple of years ago. I did that one, which I don't have a photo for it, but you gotta love sauerkraut, and that's,
sure, yeah, number one. That's a divisive. It's a divisive thing. Yeah,
they're gonna dive in it, or they're gonna just not even give it a try. And it's not dripping with kraut or anything, but it's enough where you know you're eating Polish or German, you know, however you want. But
yeah, however you want to roll it. Yeah,
delicious.
And then I got one more for you.
Yes, sir.
I didn't read the comments, and I didn't know what you were doing, but I saw a picture, and you had the fucking cupcake pan out, and you did some sort of meat ring
Yeah.
Stuffed meat. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, man.
What was that, dude? Hey guys,
That was
Eat Drink and Me Merry page. Scroll till you find this. I was like, he's using a cupcake pan and he's cooking ground beef and
dude.
it's stuffed with something.
That
What's going
was
on there?
that was one of those. I watched a battle of the stuffed burgers kind of thing, and I was like,
Okay.
fuck you, stuff a cupcake, man. That's what we're gonna do today. We're stuffing a cupcake. So yeah, man, like block Gruyere cheese, and I stuffed. I don't even remember. I'd have to go back and look. I've done that a couple of different times. Um, that's another one of those things where it is not going to be aesthetically beautiful.
Sure. Yeah, no, it looked ugly.
You know,
it looked delicious, but it looked ugly. Yeah.
Oh, it was, man. It was an abomination on a plate, but hit it with a little bit of gravy, a side of some nice, hard, healthy rice or whatever, and it turned into. It was delicious, but it looked like something out of a
you serve anything with rice. You serve anything with rice, and that makes you feel good about your
That's
diet.
how I justify health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
If
it comes
and
with
a salad.
Rice,
Yeah, exactly.
And a salad. You're preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how my 30 extra pounds come to be.
30? Jesus, I wish I only had 30. And then another thing, last one before I go into some different stuff. You posted a really cool chicken pepperoni gnocchi. I don't want to go into the chicken pepperoni. Do you make your own gnocchi?
Well,
I've tried it and it sucked balls. It took way too fucking long and I got really frustrated.
I did it at the restaurant. Are we allowed to drop names or just keep
you
it?
You can drop names. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You can
Bourbon's in Brighton. With God, I don't even remember. It was Ryan. Chef Ryan.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We fucked around with gnocchi in the downstairs kitchen. It came up good enough to where we were like, yeah, this batch is delicious, but can we hammer 9 more batches out just like this in time for service? Gnocchi can't sit,
Right. Yeah,
you can freeze it. You can freeze it and bring it back, but we're not doing anything like that.
Sure.
So we ended up scrapping that idea for service, whatever special that was going to be, and probably went with, it doesn't even matter, but I haven't do something like no.
Oh, I lost you there for a minute, but gnocchi is a hopefully you can still hear me.
I got you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Yeah, gnocchi is one of those things where like I love it, but it's it took a long time and I was like, is it there's some things that I think it's just buy it.
Yeah.
You know, like
you
know what I mean? Like just hey, I love it. I'd love to make it every day, but most of the time I'm gonna buy it. Fresh pasta. I love fresh pasta.
Oh yeah.
But it's a pain in the nuts, man. And it takes fucking forever. So like 90% of the time I'm buying the box of Berea. I really am. But every once in a while you do that one thing. So I mean it's like it's the risk reward or however you want to say it, kind of thing. But
if it was I got all my family coming over, or not all of them, because goddamn it, I'm not cooking for everybody like that.
Sure,
but if it, or a group of foodies, and I say, all right, we're going to do a set menu. This is going to be an 8-hour long or 6-hour long experience. Sure. We're going to eat, we're going to have a drink, we're going to have a cigar, we're going to eat.
It's a eat, drink, and be merry.
Eat, drink, and be merry live at your front door party.
Right, exactly.
Which I would love to do once the world doesn't want to kill us every day.
Exactly. No, I
would love to get an eat, drink, and be merry little taste tester,
Yeah, foodie. A little circle of friends, everybody bring a little something, have some fun with it, dick around with it a little bit. I mean, hey Grace, go ahead and write Grace. That down. We will we're gonna try and put together transcribe it for me. Just a little thing. Transcribe it. No. It's not a gender thing. Transcribe just means write it down.
Jesus Grace.
Just
She's
means
eating
write
brownies,
it.
dude. She had brownies.
I know. Just
She
means
had
write it
brownies.
down. Yeah.
My
You know
fault.
what? We'll talk later. We'll just review the. Sorry about that. Anyway.
My fault.
No, it is kind of your fault. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna give you. I don't always do this, but I'm gonna give you, Brandon Kunec, a visual quiz. So I apologize ahead of time to the folks who are just listening to the podcast or whatever, but I'm going to show you some kitchen tools. So get up close to the screen, and you tell me what this tool is or what it's supposed to do or whatever.
Yikes.
Understand what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. All right, tool number 1. What is this?
All right. If I were to use that, I would be pulling dumplings out of a bath of grease and or scrimps or whatever else it could be.
I think it's called a spider, and it's supposed to take stuff out of a deep fryer or grease. Exactly. Yeah, dumplings or fries or whatever. All right, number 1, you got it. All right, number 2. What is this?
All right. I want to say you're taking bones out of fish with that, possibly.
Ooh, I love your answer. This is so much simpler. This is only, it's supposed to grab a pan out of your oven, like a Detroit style pizza pan.
Yes, I see it now.
You see it now?
Yeah. Now that you turn it, I can see it long ways. Okay.
Yeah, now you can see it.
I was going to say that twist your nuts, but no, now that you turn it, it's not a. It's
sure. I got you. All
right. Pan grabber.
Yep. All right. One more.
Once you're in the kitchen long enough, buddy. Hey, once you're in the kitchen long enough, that's your hot pan grabber.
You're right there. It's all it is. All right, you got this one.
Ravioli press.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an easy one. All right. Let's try this guy right here.
Oh, Jesus. All right, lead me down the path. Don't point me at the house.
All right, so what we have here, if you can't see it, is we have a shaft.
Okay.
A space, and that shaft runs through the space and out the other side.
Okay, so it's going to poke holes in something.
It's going to poke holes or push something out of something else.
Okay. I feel like I thought I was in a high-end restaurant. I don't know. What am I doing with this?
So this is an olive pitter. So you
it is.
Put a pitted olive in there.
Yes.
Push it down and it shoots the pit out the other side, but keeps the olive together.
And then you are restuffing it with
with anchovies and jalapenos or garlic or whatever you want to do.
Yes.
So this is an olive pitter.
Damn it, I need one of those.
It's super. You know what? My mom got this for me when I was like 20, and I've used it 1,000 fucking times. Well, I'm a Maltese person. We put olives and capers on everything,
man. I'm the only one that eats olives in this. I'm the only one that eats olives in this household. So
so it doesn't come up. And then here's the last one. And I just got gifted this, and it took me a minute to figure out what the fuck it was. Maybe you know it. What is this, Brandon Kunec? I know. Or what do you think you would use that for? So it's a wooden handle. It's about a foot long.
Okay.
And then it's and then it's these concentric circles. They're at no angle.
All right. Is it in the baking family?
It is in the baking family. Good call.
Oh, shit. Okay. Would it be swirling? See,
you're pretty much there, man.
Is it? It's swirling chocolate? No, or
it's called a dough whisk.
Okay.
So like when you're making pizza dough or any kind of bread dough, evidently this is the thing you want to do, because a whisk will get too gummed up and shit with the, as the dough comes together. These big holes, you can pull it off or whatever.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Is that thing reinforced with some fucking military grade steel, because when I'm making dough, it's about 60 pounds.
Yeah, me too. And I use like a big, heavy wooden spoon, and I'm just pounding at it, and I'm using my hands and shit. But
That's
evidently,
some kind of souffle dough or something that.
this is like evidently like it's an ancient Dutch design. I'm not even kidding.
The Dutch.
The fucking Dutch, them with their donuts and their shoes. Yeah, I don't get it. So yeah, this is a dough whisk. So I just got this.
I don't have that in my arsenal.
Yeah, I've never used it. It just came the other day in the in the mail. So hey, I'll try it and I'll let you know.
Yeah, you better go live while you're doing it. So I watch you hyperextend your elbow when you're trying to.
Yeah, like I said, normally I'm just using a heavy wooden spoon in my hands to beat the shit out of that dough. You know, the more you beat the shit out of it, the better, for sure. All right, man, we're getting toward the end. I'm going to do the eat, drink, and be merry thing.
All right.
What you eating lately? What are you making lately? What have you been craving lately? Talk about food for a few seconds.
I went on the health kick during the pandemic and went and bought an industrial grade deep fryer. So I've been making my own egg rolls stuffed with everything from potato and roast beef to chicken, curry chicken. We've done macaroni, cheese, and bacon. We've done pizza ones, you name it.
Macaroni and cheese, bacon, egg rolls, and pizza egg rolls sound super healthy. So congratulations.
I figured, I'm not going to start running, so I'm going to start deep frying every fucking thing I got in this house.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, what are you drinking? Beers, whiskey, waters? What are you doing?
I had to actually, I'll be quick about this. I had to give up all the browns, all the good brown liquors last summer. Mm-hmm. My body gave me the red flag and said, take a break.
Sure. It happens.
So man. I went cold pigeon on that. Mm-hmm. I will enjoy, like right now, I've got these goofy ass Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee thingies.
Oh, I saw an ad for this. Those? I've never I've not tasted it, but I've seen an ad for this. Yeah, it's a PBR coffee.
I got it. It's a hard coffee, 5% alcohol coffee.
Sure.
I don't hate it,
Okay.
But I'm down for whatever.
Sure. Yeah, no, I hear. Music wise, what are you listening to, man? What's tickling your fancy? What's on the Spotify playlist? What's in the car on the way to work?
I go through these stages. Right now it's kind of a double genre. It's bands that should have been bigger than they were, / bands that came out too early.
Oh, ahead of their time, kind of
exactly thing. Like Helmet. I think another 5 or 6 years, if they would have waited and came out, they would have been a much bigger band. Same thing with your Fear Factories. I'm sorry, Faith No More. Big Faith No More doing that. So yeah, I'm jamming the stuff that turned our Peters a little northward. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, it's stuff that I mean, I hear you. There's a few bands that I have on that same tip. We're like, man, you were great in 89, but if you would have come out in 95, or you were great in 95, if you would have came out in 2000, one of those things. It's like even on to make a comparison on the movie side, like nobody liked The Thing by John Carpenter when it came out. Now it's like,
I love it.
Everyone thinks it's one of the best movies, in fact, nobody liked The Wizard of Oz when it came out, it's one of those things. Same with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Blade Runner. Nobody liked Blade Runner when it came out. It's almost like all that shit, like before its time. And
go back. I'm sorry. No, listen, go back. And speaking of John Carpenter, 1976, the original Assault on Precinct 13.
Oh, so good.
Dude.
So good. And to think that was made for like $100,000, like it was like one of the most low budget things. And that little movie was the one that they said gave him essentially the green light for the small amount of money that he got to do Halloween. And then there you go. That little tiny movie, super great movie, Assault on Precinct 13. There was a remake done.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke was in it.
Yeah,
it was 2 action. The original from when Little girls. I don't want to spoil it. The little girl's dad gets shot by the ice in front of the ice cream man. That whole deal.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that was filmed in Detroit.
Yeah.
And that precinct that they was like blocks from my grandma's house when I was a kid. So I thought that shit was real.
Yeah,
I was like, somebody save my grandma. They're coming to get her.
Well, that's the thing with a lot of Carpenter films. They can be a lot of very campy, but they also have a real realism to them because the characters feel real.
Yeah.
Even in the silly stuff like Big Trouble in Little China, the Jack Burton character, as silly as a John Wayne parody as he is, we all know that guy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know, like we all know if we're not back by dawn, call the president. You know, we know that guy. I mean, it's ridiculous, but we know.
I wanted to be that guy so bad.
Oh my God. Yeah. How do you know, it's all in the reflexes.
Yeah.
You know what I told my last wife? I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes. I mean, like, we all know that douchebag.
Yes.
And he's so great at it. All right. Speaking of that, what are you watching? Movies, TV, what's happening?
I'm in the middle of Your Honor.
I heard that's great. I heard I love Cranston.
It's pretty good. I'm a big Cranston guy. It's going to be a twisted tale. I'm trying to think of, what else we've been. Well, she's got me seeing for the first time movies that like Hereditary and
I'm actually doing a show about Hereditary and Midsummer in about 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. And Midsummer was another one. She's all into horror. I'm like, okay. Yeah. But yeah, the one with the goddamn little dolls. There's the Annabelle series that.
Yeah.
And then the boy one.
Where he lives in a wall.
No, it's the boy one where his name, the doll's name is Brahms.
You got me on this one, man.
Yeah, I can't think of it. It's terrifying.
Hey, chat people, jump in.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, evidently, I have such a hard time with the chat on here. I never know if anybody's hearing it or whatever. There's been 2 comments. I don't know, but
wow, we must be boring the piss out of them.
How could we be boring the piss out of people?
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's a technical issue on my end. I really do. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna do a thing on Hereditary, Midsummer, The Witch, and The Lighthouse. So those 4 movies I'm going to do a spotlight on with
where can I find that?
Well, we're going to do a thing probably in 2 weeks on the show with my stepdaughter Mackenzie, and I are going to talk about those 4 movies. I know that Midsummer and Hereditary are on Amazon Prime right now. The Witch and The Lighthouse might be harder to find, but all 4
those
of them
2 I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, they're good. They're tough. They're like long watches. It's not horror in like the Michael Myers stab.
Yeah.
It's this long, drawn out mental degradation where people just start to slowly go crazy type shit. So heads up, folks. Right now. Yeah, no, I hear you. Check those out, guys, if you want to do it. Well,
what about you? What about you? What
Well, it's funny. The other day you posted, it could have been the other week, could have been the other month, but you posted a little thing on Facebook, a trivia thing, like, does anybody know who this lead singer played in an old 80s movie? And I went like, oh yeah, that's the guy who played Mr. Body in Clue. Yep. And I don't remember, he's the lead singer for Fear, and he has a really cool name. It's like Irv Ving or something like that. I don't remember his name, but he has like that kind of name. And so I immediately was inspired to watch Clue, which I hadn't seen in probably 10 years. And you know what? It fucking holds up. It's still a really fun and funny movie.
You think about the cast in that. I would have loved to have seen the blooper reel.
Oh yeah, the outtakes and shit. Yeah, absolutely. The blooper reel, the outtakes, the improv. Because you had Michael McKean, Bernadette Peters, Christopher Lloyd. You had people in there that Martin Mull. You had people in there that can improvise.
Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn. Yeah, absolutely. She was. She did the flames. The flames coming. You know, that was improvised. You know, like, so you had some improvisation Zin, you know what I'm saying?
You got it.
People there. Yeah. Like, can you imagine the outtakes, the just the stuff they didn't use on that movie? That, I mean, that's a movie from
some of them
the 80s.
Are filthy actors. Like,
oh, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely. Michael McKean plays. Speaking of Michael McKean, here's my rock and roll T-shirt. I have the Spinal Tap T-shirt on today.
Love it.
That's the rockiness thing I got. But Michael McKean, David St. Hummins from Spinal Tap. He's in it. He's Mr. Green. But yeah, those of you who haven't seen Clue in a long time, please revisit it. It really does hold up. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
for sure. What is his name? The guy from Fear. That is the Mr. Body.
I'm dropping the ball now too. You said Irving.
It's something like that though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I can't even think right now.
Guys in the chat. It's something
anybody?
Like that.
Yeah, anybody?
Yeah, anybody? Somebody helps out. All right, man. I guess we'll wrap it up. We got on for about 45. That's awesome. Brandon, so great to have you. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Anything you want to plug?
You know, I don't have any cool betting sites or anything like that to plug. I would like to say to the listening or viewing community, man, hey, let's fucking be nice to each other. Let's get back into where I can sit next to this dude right here at a bar, bullshit our faces off, have a beer, have a shot. Let's be good, man. Let's we're coming around.
Absolutely. Let's be cool to each other. That's what it's all about, man. Because you know what do we all do? We eat, we drink, we watch stuff, we listen to stuff.
Yeah.
That's leaving. That's it. Thank you, Facebook user. God damn it! I wish I had the names on that.
King Reigns. No, that's not him. I know who that is.
Thank you, Facebook user.
Irving Berlin. Is that it? No, God damn it, that's not it.
Leaving. Thank you, Facebook user. I wish I had the names. I still can't figure that out.
High five to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yep. You get a bonus. I'll send you one of my business cards in the mail.
Hey, maybe Grace will part with one of them brownies, man. It'll do you.
Yeah,
right.
I gave Grace the rest of the night off. So, you know, she's
well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's been busting her hump for you.
She has. She's a hard worker. Absolutely. Brandon, once again, thanks. And like you said, let's make sure all of us get back to the point where you can sit in a bar, have a burger and a beer, bullshit about all the stuff that makes us happy, eating, drinking, listening, and watching. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Not sure what's happening next week. I got a couple people on the table, but if not, I'll just do a solo thing. I was thinking about doing a bar etiquette show, kind of solo, and having other bartenders and servers kind of like chime in and talk about some bar etiquette that a lot of us should know by now, but we don't. And
sure. Hey, man, where can you catch the best martini? Where can you catch the best whatever? Point us in directions.
So that's going to be tentatively the thing that we're going to do next week, unless I get Spielberg, which we're still working on. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Brandon, thank you. Thank you, Grace. We'll see you next time, folks. See ya. Bye.
Bye now.